TIFU for not putting my phone face down in a meeting. I do not have a good relationship with my thesis supervisor. His comments are borderline hostile and borders on insulting a good chunk of the time. I've started calling him Dr. McHuckle's hut cause frankly he's a clown. His help has been useless and he set me back more than anything. He's structuring his help to get his class material without having to do any of the work himself. So my weekly reminders say, suffering with Dr. McHuckle's hut. Today I have an early meeting with him and didn't change the event on my phone. So I went to the meeting and left my phone face up in the event reminder for my later appointment with my supervisor, and he saw what I called our meetings on my phone. TL. Dear, I didn't put my phone face down during a meeting with my thesis supervisor, and my notifications window came up for my later meeting with him which says, suffering with Dr. McHuckle's hut. Letting my thesis supervisor see what little I think of him. Had to remove one component that makes it a little more obvious who I am. Didn't think this would explode. I mean, just own it. You're suffering through your thesis as did he and everyone else writing one. And the name Dr. McHuckle's hut isn't all that bad. He'll be fine. Just come up with a better reason why he's named McHuckle shit if he asks. Just a question. Is your work exemplary? And I don't mean by your standards. I mean compared to your mentor's work. Compared to the best of the theses that have been published over the last few years. Compared to other departmental figures. Are you on track to publish, patent, present? Have you developed your own ideas and directions and started your own projects? Maybe your thesis advisor just thinks you're uncoachable, and he's given up on you. I've seen it happen before. Usually, both the mentor and the mentee were at fault. If that's the case, your only option is to switch labs projects. Sounds like how a friend of mine in the firefighter world labeled his meetings and contacts. His chief had a crying baby for his ringtone, with the contact name set as Dr. Man Baby, and he received a call from him with the volume on, phone screen face up, in a meeting with the mayor, who was also a bit of an asshat, and appointed said chief. Neither the mayor or the chief appreciated that, but they couldn't do anything about it but be butthurt. I wonder if you Google that name now if this Reddit post will come up. I got written up one time because I kept checking my phone during a meeting. Because my wife was waiting on test results to determine if she had cancer and was texting me while she was freaking out with stress. Fucker wrote me up directly after the meeting, and I unloaded on him for being a jackass. So then he wrote me up for being insubordinate. At that point, I knew things were not going to be pretty if I stayed there much longer. So, I read the other responses here and think a lot of them are missing the point. He is a bully and is doing this because he is incompetent and unable to teach. You could be the worst student and it would be his job to make you better. If he can't do that, then he shouldn't be teaching. I'll give you the same advice I try to live to, and I share with friends and family. You need to decide whether you are one to fight or just move on. No half measures. You need to accept that if you don't fight, then he is going to do this to others and he may get worse. You'd have to live with that. On the other hand, if you do fight, fight to win. Total war. Don't back down and understand that once you start, then you take the high ground and force whatever outcome is morally acceptable. You are doing this because it is the right thing to do and not for your ego. Understand it may cost you, but it is worth it because it is the right thing to do. As an older dude, I can tell you with things like this it's rare that it is the fights you had that you regret. It is the fights you didn't have that haunt you. I don't know how this works. Are you not able to get a different thesis advisor from the department head?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.